Commissioners, newsflash, are political creations. They're also policy validators, and they are cementers of regulatory legacies. Those of us who walk on concrete or cement know that once that cement is laid, it's firm. Are we willing to do what it takes to chisel to the point where we can lay a different foundation?
The media system's like any other system that was created in our country. It wasn't created to help the Black community. It often was created to actually harm and create racial hierarchies that continue to exist, white racial hierarchies that continue to exist to this day. You know, over the past couple of years, including last week, several newspapers have apologized for its history of racism. Last week was the Baltimore Sun. In 2020, it was the Los Angeles Times and Kansas City Star. There were other newspapers over the past 20 years that have apologized for their role of not covering the civil rights movement or for the support of lynching. We haven't really reckoned with the role that US media institutions and policies have played in racial terrorism, in supporting racial terrorism, and creating in the maintenance of a white racial hierarchy.
Shifting mindsets and reframing issues are important components of any successful policy change effort, particularly policies that seek to uproot racism, sexism, and xenophobia. To do this, we must generate new transformative stories that move us away from narratives of toxic individualism, bootstrapping, and personal responsibility, to narratives of belonging, abundance, interconnectedness, and shared responsibility. And the media, in all of its forms, will be an important part of this process. With that being said, in this current moment, with organizations like Media 2070 and others pushing for media reparations and reparations at the local level, at the federal level, the tide is starting to change.
I want to name and be very clear that as much as there has been a history of harm, there has also always been a history of resistance. And it has always been Black journalists, Black media makers, Black artists in a variety of ways who have been resisting these narratives, these false histories, these stories that are told about our folks and that are told about the folks that we're in community with. And that legacy continues today.